Hello and welcome. I am Pink Peep and this is my Let's Play of Xenonauts. I was in the middle of another Let's Play and they actually released the initial version of the actual release instead of early access, and I've played it a little bit and they have made a vast amount of improvements to it, and the graphics and the AI, and it's actually far more difficult than it was before. So I think it would be silly for me to continue my other Let's Play and start a new one. I will still be playing on insane difficulty. They took off Iron Man mode being compulsory, but I definitely will have to play with it on. Even though I've predicted it's going to end in nothing but disaster, they've made it substantially more difficult. I've not practiced a lot in this, but we'll see how it works. I still think the best place for the base is in the Middle East. And for the buildings, I haven't seen anything yet that makes me think my initial starting out plan for the buildings is bad. They're still researching, nothing to build. Now the loadouts, I definitely think they changed it so that my old loadout does not seem to be as good, at least on this difficulty. The riot shields seem to have been, I want to say nerfed, maybe the aliens are just stronger, but they tore through them the one mission that I played before, so I think I'm going to have less people with riot shields. I think I'll just have 2 scouts with the riot shields out now. We'll make our assault troopers have that. I think I still want 2 snipers. And they'll definitely still have the medkits. I think they improved the accuracy of heavy weapons. It's a little hard to tell. It looked like they had a higher chance to hit, even though they were shooting through cover. So I'll still take 2 of those. Probably want a backup weapon. And I think I'll actually have 2 riflemen. And you'll see the changes when we get into the mission, but it actually feels like a very different game now. The aliens seem to make much more intelligent decisions. The graphics are substantially improved, more tile sets. The aircraft fighting doesn't seem to be too difficult. This is still a pretty standard fight. Just launch a missile, wait for him to roll, and then launch all of our other missiles, and he should die. We'll hit during the day, which is good. I certainly don't want to do any night missions right now. One of the big changes they've done to it, which I agree with, even though it definitely makes it more difficult, is that when you're scouting and you see somebody, it used to be I would send them behind cover after they see them and then shoot at him with all of my other Xenonauts. However, now you do not actually see him unless somebody has line of sight on him currently. So that definitely makes it more difficult. They added a crash site briefing to it. The objective of this mission is to secure the UFO, which will contain artifacts to research or alien materials that you can use to build advanced technology. Other alien items recovered from the battlefield will automatically be sold, granting you additional funding. The simplest way to win this mission is to eliminate all of the alien units on the map. This will automatically end the mission and recover all alien artifacts from the battlefield. However, you can also win the mission by killing all the aliens inside the UFO and then holding it with at least one soldier for 5 turns. If the UFO has been shot down, a number of the crew are likely to have died on impact, and some of the recoverable items may have exploded or been destroyed. A landed UFO will contain more recoverable items, but will also contain more aliens. Remember to use smoke, suppression, or shields to reduce the amount of reaction fire your soldiers take when they assault the UFO. And yeah, I think that part, at least, is more important than ever. I think we'll still start... Well, don't know why there's a big black spot here. I'll just assume that's flat, open ground. And we appear to be in the middle. That's not usually the best place to be. Send our people out into cover. Definitely seemed like they added more variety to the maps. And somebody is shooting at us. It is a Kazan. I think they may have brought back the accuracy penalty for moving with a sniper rifle, because all the sniper shots that I've seen have suffered quite a bit in accuracy. Well, here we go. I guess an open shot. It's just the cover that reduces it a lot. Alrighty. Got one hit on him. Two hits. I think I'll try to kill him with my other rifleman, and failing that, we will use a smoke grenade. And they miss. Okay. Don't want to leave any open... Oh, and of course it would be my one person who does not have smoke grenades. I should have checked that. That was stupid. And he does not have enough time units to fire. Well, maybe he'll shoot the cop. That would be beneficial for us right now. And indeed he does. If you remember, they didn't used to be quite that accurate. To shoot at somebody with burst fire, and it looks like he would have hit with all 3 shots if he hadn't immediately died. So, it definitely looks like it's going to be more difficult. He's behind pretty effective cover right now. Hopefully we can hit him. And our sniper misses. And he hits him. And our first alien dead. Okay. Better than my last mission. I actually had 2 dead before I killed my first civilian. So... and we see another alien. We'll duck back behind cover out there. Now we can't see him. Move our machine gunner up. And duck behind cover. Everybody else behind cover. It used to be I'd just kind of charge them with riot shields, and that definitely does not seem to work anymore. They just chew right through the riot shields. And got one hit on him. And I think we'll move our other machine gunner behind this dumpster. Alright. Everybody should be decently covered. Hopefully he won't kill anyone. He does suppress 2 of them. Unfortunately, that was one of our machine gunners, and he will not be able to fire this turn. But our other one should be able to. And I think that might be different. I think it used to be if you were behind cover of something squarish like this, you wouldn't be able to shoot out from the corner of it. So that should improve things a bit. And we suppressed him. And this guy has a good shot. Even though you can see it's outside his effective range as it turns yellow there, it'll still be fairly effective, just not optimally. Take 2 shots and missed both of them. Our sniper can get off a really unaimed shot and misses. And our other sniper, oh, he has a good shot. This should do it. Perfect. I think we'll... Oh, he can't move out there. That's not cool. I guess he'll move down here, start scouting the other direction a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the ground here. Hopefully it's just this map and that's not going to be a common thing. If it is, I'll probably put this on hold and wait for them to fix that. Because it makes it so you can't even move on it, and that could be a very bad thing to have. Oh, and we have another alien. We'll get Helms behind some cover. And we'll move forward with our other people. And I have no idea what the AI generally does now. I used to have a pretty good idea of the actions they were going to take. Last time I was chasing a civilian and he actually retreated for several turns into a building, and I chased him up some stairs and he turned around and shot me as I was climbing the stairs, so he clearly had a more effective plan than what they used to. And it's good that they can't shoot over cover any better than I can. He has a good shot. Perfect flanking. Hopefully my machine gunner can shoot at him, and he can. And he is suppressed. Maybe my other machine gunner can. No, he cannot. Not enough time. Well, there's a lot of blank spots on the ground. Really, hopefully it's just this map. So it looks like shooting over something is pretty much as effective as if they were kneeling directly behind it now. I think I can get behind that change. And he is dead. Yeah, that's a little annoying. But I don't think there should be too many more unless they've greatly changed that as well, which could always be a possibility. And there's the UFO. It doesn't look like there's anyone else outside of it. This is definitely bigger than the usual Light Scout map. I certainly feel like I've had to use more real tactical situations rather than using game mechanics to beat them. So I think that makes this overall a better game. Oh, and we do have an alien outside. Oh, he's just a civilian though. He's probably going to just die. And he is suppressed. dead. So that would be an interesting change in the AI if the soldiers are more likely to be tactical and the civilians are more likely to retreat and kind of act like they used to, just not have any real purpose to their motions. Because he didn't get behind cover or anything, he just kind of ran out into the open. Which seems like something a civilian might do. And I have yet to breach a UFO in this version, so what's in here will be a complete mystery to me. I'll fight the temptation to open it up and make sure I wait until I'm completely prepared. Alrighty, and what's behind door number 1? Oh, pretty much what we had before. Okay, just one civilian hunkering in the back. That is not a threat. So we definitely don't want to be shooting in there with a machine gun. I didn't initially equip my shotguns like I used to because I was not sure what would be in here. It seems like the shotguns would have been the best option. So he is dead. And that is everybody. Well, apparently they killed all the local forces and the civilians, and I am terrible for it. So that's a little harsh. They didn't used to be quite so destructive with the resident population. I don't know how I could have saved them better, but we'll have to see. Maybe I just got unlucky and they just all started by aliens. But everything else is good. Just killed all the civilians. And we get access to more research. And alien invasion. You've probably already noticed we're being invaded, Commander, so I won't state the obvious. The situation is bleak. None of the major powers are able to defend their own airspace, let alone protect the rest of the planet. It sure seems things are up to us. My team stand ready to help. There may only be a handful of us, but some of the finest minds on the planet are at work in your laboratories. This organization offers a certain freedom from intrusion that appeal to those of intelligence. The key to beating our enemies is to understand them. We are keen to study any extraterrestrial equipment you can recover from the battlefield. In the meantime, we have been gathering intelligence on the size and composition of the alien fleet orbiting our planet, mostly images and data obtained from orbital satellites on ground-based observatories. Given the depressingly disjointed response from the rest of the planet, this is probably the most in-depth study of the invasion to date. We have conclusively identified over 3,000 separate UFOs in orbit around the planet, with several times that amount of additional probable signals. The fleet is comprised of craft of various sizes. The UFOs already sighted entering our atmosphere represent the smallest orbital signatures detected, while the largest signals identified appear to be enormous warships with dimensions rivaling that of modern aircraft carriers. A glimmer of hope remains. The alien craft seem poorly suited to atmospheric flight. Our interceptors may enjoy some early success against the superior extraterrestrial vessels simply due to better adaptation to the combat environment. This may also explain the appearance of only relatively small craft in the skies above our planet. Our scientists theorize that the aliens will have to modify their craft to enter our atmosphere. The larger the craft, the longer this will take. If they are correct, the largest craft will only appear in the later stages of the invasion. Perhaps this will afford humanity, read us, enough time to organize a more effective defense. I have two recommendations: that we consider supplementing our existing F-17 Condor aircraft with a heavier interceptor capable of carrying more powerful weapons, and that we investigate some form of battlefield support vehicle to aid our soldiers when securing crashed alien craft. Both proposals are already on your desk. Well, I think I'm still going to stand by my denunciation of the Hunter Scout car, just for the fact I'm pretty sure the XP will still be useful for your soldiers, because I think leveling them up is always a good long-term goal, whereas the Hunter Scout car will get in the way of that. But I definitely think we still need the interceptors, so that will be my first project. And the Caisson Autopsy. A Caisson is a humanoid alien that stands approximately 170 centimeters, 5 feet 6 inches tall. I imagine you share our surprise that they resemble humanity so closely. Statistically, we believe the likelihood of this occurring by chance is effectively zero. Caissons are physically weaker and less hardy than humans, with bone fractures occurring at only 60% of the force required to fracture human bone. Both are likely to be the result of prolonged exposure to a low-gravity environment. Their physiology is intriguingly similar to our own, with most internal organs present in a recognizable form and a remarkably similar skeletal structure. A couple of exceptions are worth noting. A substantially enlarged cranium contains a corresponding increase in brain tissue, and vocal cords are atrophied to the point where verbal communication would be impossible. The latter suggests the creatures have transcended words. Perhaps they have a telepathic link with one another. The body shows extensive signs of genetic modification at the cellular level. Caisson tissue possesses only a single sex chromosome, and, more importantly, samples taken from multiple enemy combatants shows they are genetically identical. That is, they are all clones. Genitalia are present but heavily atrophied. Asexual reproduction is obviously at work, but almost certainly facilitated by some form of technology. A metal valve on the upper spine is linked to the creature's circulatory system, which may indicate an artificial method of blood filtration that replaces excretion. An undersized liver and kidneys suggest it is certainly possible. Indeed, if administered regularly, this blood filtration could also remove the need for consumption and digestion of foodstuffs entirely. Nutrients could be fed directly into the blood serum. Has extraterrestrial technology surpassed the biology? Frankly, this corpse poses more questions than it answers. And the Light Scout UFO. My team has finished preliminary studies on the recovered UFO hull. We have designated the Light Scout. It is very small compared to some of the orbital signals we have detected, barely more than a probe. It is approximately a dozen meters from nose to tail, comprising a saucer section and 2 wings filled with what we believe to be sensor equipment. 2 small thrusters mounted on the back of the saucer provide propulsion. The craft does not appear to have a reactor of any kind, instead seeming to draw power from rechargeable capacitors in the wings. It is almost certainly not capable of independent operation. Instead, it would need to be launched from a home vessel at the start of each mission and returned there afterwards. It has poor combat performance for such an advanced vessel. It is no match for one of our Condor interceptors. The main weapon is an energy cannon mounted beneath the saucer, which has a relatively slow fire speed and a shorter range than our Sidewinder missiles. The armored shell is remarkably strong and impressively heat resistant given it's only a few millimeters thick, but is too thin to offer much protection against modern munitions. Enjoy the gentle introduction while it lasts, Commander. I doubt the larger ships will be such easy prey. And we get the science. That actually tells us what we ordered now. No more forgetting what you ordered. That's useful. And we'll add those to our high-speed interceptor. And we built some structures. So nothing that immediately requires action. And the MiG-32 Foxtrot. The MiG-32 Foxtrot is a derivation of the experimental Soviet MiG-31 Foxhound interceptor. Originally designed to intercept supersonic NATO bombers, the Foxhound has the immense speed and climb rate we will need to catch fast UFOs and the additional firepower required to deal with heavier alien craft. Naturally, we will be modifying the Foxhound to make it more effective against extraterrestrial craft, hence the updated Foxtrot designation. The airframe can be reinforced with the same titanium-magnesium alloy that has made our Condors more resistant to alien weapons, whilst the fuel tanks will be enlarged to increase the range of the interceptor. We will also have to replace some of the avionics. The requirements for intercepting human aircraft and extraterrestrial vessels are rather different. In all, this takes the production time for a Foxtrot up to roughly 40 man-days. Once successfully converted, the Foxtrot will be a formidable tool in our battle against the aliens. It has 2 missile hardpoints under its wings, each of which can carry either a light missile such as the Sidewinder or a heavy air-to-air torpedo such as the Avalanche that can inflict devastating damage on anything too slow to avoid them. Unfortunately, the Foxtrot does not possess a cannon slot nor the agility to safely perform the evasive roll combat maneuver. It will be defenseless once it has fired both its missiles, easy pickings for any alien craft nimble enough to avoid them, so accompany it with more capable dogfighters if the target has an escort. You can begin fabrication of the Foxtrot in our workshops immediately. I would avoid spending too long down there, though. I feel like my IQ drops a dozen points every time I visit our resident ogres. So clearly our scientist is mean, but that's okay. And I think we will start with the alien plasma pistol. And we will definitely start building a Foxtrot interceptor. And we'll hire a few more engineers. Okay. And hopefully we'll be given another target here at some point. And finish some more buildings. Got more engineers, and since we finished our laboratory, we can hire more scientists. Always useful. And another ship. I think we'll just send one after it. It is a fighter. Apparently they start sending the fighters out much earlier now. Our Condor should be able to handle it, though he'll probably take some damage in the process. Well, and he landed one hit and half destroyed our Condor. Clearly they are nothing to mess around with. And I think we'll end this episode there. I thank you for watching, and hope you come back to witness my continuing journey towards terrible, inevitable destruction in the world that is insane difficulty Xenonauts, especially now that they made it even harder. But again, thanks for watching.